The mage's word is law. That's why we train.
Listen, always pay attention to the person next to you.
You won't find anything on me.
Listen,
We will win, definitely.
listen, always pay attention to the person next to you.
Another amateur in the camp. Or the ugliest dot.
Is this how you welcome every newcomer?
No, just the wimps.
I've already got enough to deal with right now. What is your problem with me?
That's enough. I can stop this little game now.
Game? What game?
Information. That's what I was after. I provoked you. And you revealed something about yourself, my naive friend.
Who the fuck are you calling naive?
You didn't listen to me. You allowed yourself to be provoked again. I think you ought to try and be a little smarter. You won't survive on brawn alone. I think you've learned enough for today.
Why does someone like you need that information?
Isn't that obvious? Information is valuable. It can sometimes determine the course of entire wars. Keep your ears open, and you can pocket a lot of gold.
You've got gold. I don't believe you.
You don't? Tell me something. How is it that a kid from the gutter can now call himself a guardian? Surely not because I have a loud mouth.
All right. You are rich. Why have you sided with the Guardians?
Well, for one thing, you can convince yourself that it's safe here. But the real reason is that you get a roof over your head and a meal on the table.
You don't sound very convinced.
I don't care how important extracting the crystals may be. I'm not going to work in some bloody mine. So my motto is, keep your head down, and you'll have a good life here.
What sort of information do you have to offer?
Since you don't perform guard duty, and you don't manage our stock lists, I don't have much for you. Of course, those robe-wearing bureaucrats have something to offer, but I'm sure you would have figured that out yourself. No. I've got another offer for you. Fork out some gold, and I'll teach you a few tricks.
What do I need to know about the camp?
You don't expect a lecture from me, do you?
No.
Good. Because you'll figure most of it out for yourself, anyway. What I can recommend is that you take a look in the back room of the tavern now and then. Occasionally, you'll meet someone there you can challenge to a drinking contest.
Who takes part in the drinking games here?
Oh, there are a couple of real pissheads running around here. Keep an eye out. If you really want to prove that you can hold your liquor, there's only one way. As soon as you find someone standing in the back room of the tavern with a bottle in his hand, challenge him to a drinking contest, and may the stronger liver win.
What can you teach me?
What would you like to know?
Show me how I can train a monkey.
Just imagine that the monkey is an extension of your arm. Treat him accordingly and only let him do things that you yourself would do. Then he will obey you, and you'll gather a generous amount of loot. Do you understand?
I think so.
lucky here.
Who are you?
I am Jafar, a big fucking hero and friend to homies. Well, I was once. Me Sada.
What do you mean, you were a hero?
Look at me now. Jafar become Matar. Matar of Gnu. He must train young Gnu.
Is that bad?
No, but it means Jafar must watch over protege. Cannot sail sea anymore. Jafar stuck here on stinking Tyrannus. Me Sada.
How's your protege getting along?
Jafar failed. My pivy has been among humans too long. He never really learned from Matar what it means to be good Gnu.
Who is your pivy?
My protege, he called Ali. He running through camp telling everyone he wants to be fucking guardian.
If you like sailing, I could use your help. I need a skilled thief like you on my crew.
Yep, yep. Jafar happy at idea. Generous offer. But Jafar is Matar and cannot just leave protege.
Then let Ali become a guardian. After that, you'll be rid of him.
What? But Ali is Gnu. General Magnus has never accepted Gnu before.
There's always a first time.
You taking my piss?
Why don't you both just sail somewhere else?
We come because Gnu needed here. Jafar feel responsibility for homies and good for protege. Jafar still only here because protege no want to leave.
I'll take care of Ali.
What? You talk to Magnus so he will make Ali a guardian?
I think I'll take a closer look at your protege first. Does Ali have any special skills that might impress the general?
Well... he's a Gnu.
This isn't going to be easy.
Okie dokie. I wait here till you done. Jafar is greatest seafaring Gnu. Yip yip.
Stop. Not another step. You're not going to just saunter in here, are you?
And what if I am?
No way. General Magnus doesn't want anyone to disturb the mages. So without the General's permission, I'm not letting anyone in. Are we clear?
I see. General Magnus asked me to speak to the mages.
Oh, yeah? And I'm supposed to believe that?
Do I have to get the general down here?
No. Forget it, I believe you. For all I care, just go in if you want.
Are you this friendly to everyone?
You aren't responsible for the mage's safety. If anything goes wrong or goes missing, I'm the one who gets it in the neck. They don't pay me nearly enough for this shit.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
Not like I've got a choice. I thought being a guardian would make me rich and famous. I'd go out and do some heroic deeds, and everyone in the tavern would love me for it. Instead, I just hang about here. And every once in a while, some cretin comes by and wants to compete with me.
You scared?
No way. I'll break your arm. But we'll only wrestle once, for gold. And the winner takes all.
Just so you know, I'm only ever at the tavern until noon. If you want to wrestle later than that,
you can forget it. I'm on duty then.
Anyone who causes trouble gets the boot.
What is it? Is there a problem?
No. Why should there be a problem?
Because everyone who talks to me comes with a sack full of problems.
And I solve problems. Those who control magic have nothing to fear.
Tell me something about the crystals and the mines.
I've no idea why the crystals are so powerful, but I do know they burn a nice hole in our enemies. And that's precisely why it's so important to mine them.
Right. What else do you do, apart from making speeches?
Ha! Impressed, aren't you? Well, I'm waiting for the next order from Magnus. As long as he issues them, I'll be ready in advance. He who is well prepared will succeed in this camp. And that will be me.
You seem confident.
You bet. Just look what the mages have done here. We don't care if the gods have abandoned the world. We don't need them anymore. The more crystals our minds produce, the greater our power.
How many crystals have you got with you?
Me? Oh, it's not worth mentioning. A handful, and that's it. This stuff is needed elsewhere more urgently.
Then you certainly won't mind handing over a few.
But not all of them. Here.
How about a round of knife throw?
Sure thing, but I don't compete against any buffoon. I'll enter into a knife duel with you just as soon as you bring the nest. But remember, I don't have time for these games when I'm...
Let's throw knives.
Good. You won't beat me anyway. Go! You bastard. Two can play that game. A miss is as good as a mile. Hard luck. Ha ha! That didn't work. Next time, try to keep a steady hand.
Let's throw...
Good. Go! Hard luck. Not bad. I don't believe it. That was good. Give yourself a pat on the back. Whoa, I'm intimidated. Well done. I don't mind paying for that lesson. But you won't get more from me than the gold you just won. So you better find another opponent.
Here, lad, fry yourself a piece of meat. You look famished. So, what can I do for you? Would you like to replenish your supplies? Or maybe test your strength?
Can you teach me anything?
If you have some ready cash.
Teach me how to boost the effect of alcohol.
You become better.
What do you have to offer?
Choose something.
Tell me about arm wrestling. I heard that you were the one who knew something about it.
Then you heard right. The rules are simple. Place your arm on the table and push. No bracing. And keep trying to twist the opponent's hand to the inside. That's how you'll get his hand on the table.
Who can I take on at arm wrestling?
I always arm wrestle straight after leaving work. It's a welcome change from the daily grind. Otherwise hard-week and downs turn up every now and then. When you see someone training at the table, chat to him.
So, you provide...
That's right. But it isn't always... The work in the mines means the men are... Luckily, the gnomes don't eat. And when they're hungry, the garbage is...
You give the gnomes rubbish to eat?
Of course. And I don't feel guilty. They're not like those fancy mages. They don't give a toss if they're sausage. The important thing is, it's nice and greasy and puts meat on. Besides, I have to make do with what Rummold gives.
I must look after my...
What? Oh, are you new here? Could you assist me, soldier? Or, wait a moment, what was I saying?
Who is the most powerful mage among you?
The Honourable Mage, Zacharias.
Right. And where is he?
He is with his research subject behind the reactor, on the other side of the Great Canyon.
How do I get to meet Zacharias?
He's deeply engrossed in his research. He's most interested in the reactor. He needs its magical energy for his research project. As long as the reactor isn't...
I see. You seem a little confused.
Yes, I'm about to make a breakthrough in my small... but I'm still missing something important. I just keep getting carried away there. What did you say?
Where is your experiment?
The experiment is nowhere, just in my head. It's well, what?
No idea.
A thought experiment.
Right.
Yes, you see, I'm trying to determine the amount of energy that our monolith network needs for the reactor.
Reactor? What's that?
Oh, do you want to see the reactor? It's my greatest creation to date.
Really?
Follow me. I'll show you what we have achieved. This building and the one on the far side of the canyon form a we call it a reactor or a magical ring. The flows of magical energy converge beneath the bridge between the two buildings. Once the reactor starts running, it disrupts the equilibrium of the elements. The Titans don't like that at all, and they will give Tyrannus a wide berth in order to avoid the flow of energy. Fascinating, isn't it?
Impressive construction.
Indeed. However, we only managed to start up the reactor once, and that was we quickly realized that we couldn't keep up the flow of energy for long. We simply need more magical power in order to keep the reactor. We need to reinforce the network with suitably large
Right.
The lightning monoliths erected on Tyrannus accumulate the... All we have to do is divert it to the crystals in our reactor. Easy.
I see. What do you wish?
The monolith stones haven't reached their destination yet. I've been waiting for days to hear news that the stones have been installed.
You mean the stones need to be inserted into the lightning monolith?
Oh, you have been...
About the monoliths. How many monolith stones do we need?
3 stones for 3 light... We've got 2 of them here. Our old friend Di Fuego got one of them from us.
Who did you send to get Di Fuego's stone?
A cadet named Horace headed to Tacarigua on our orders. That was several days ago. I hope he'll be back soon. A gnome named Kasim. But the little chap should have been back ages ago.
I think I can help.
Really? How?
Let me take care of it.
That's true in theory, but the problem is, even if we have all the stone...
What then?
The monoliths are very far away, and they're surrounded by wild animals. Make sure you're well equipped if you head out there.
Thanks for the advice. You trusted a gnome with something as...
Why not? They work alongside.
All right. Once again, for the deaf. Have you? And now you expect him to willingly deliver them?
Yeah.
I think you should leave matters to someone else.
But how? How are we supposed...
What was a mage doing with someone like Governor Di Fuego?
We were once... How should I put it? Let's just say we were business partners. It was a long time ago, you must understand.
What happened?
Well, he supported our research. And in return, we supplied him all the crystals and minerals that we couldn't use from the mines around Caldera. It went well for quite some time, until the day that all the mages were banned from Caldera. We had just enough time to save our skins. In the end, we were able to save 2 monolith stones from the chaos. The third one remained on Caldera. I think the Inquisition soldiers gave it to Di Fuego.
I know where Kasim the gnome is. I spoke with him.
What?
He's around the camp somewhere.
Really? Oh, I can't tell those little guys apart. He was supposed to bring the stones.
Kasim claims that he doesn't have the stones anymore.
Ah, that lying little bastard. Bah, why should I get all worked up about this? He's just a gnome. And because he's a gnome, he's hidden his treasures. All you have to do is tell him that someone's found his treasure. You'll see how quickly he takes off to check if it's true.
He's not that stupid. But I could follow him.
If you do, make sure you're not discovered. It's not easy.
We'll see.
Where's...
Well, well. Look what brings you to me. Knowledge of magic? No, someone...
What do you want with the mages?
I take care of many things that the average soul... It is down to me, and me alone, to make... Thanks to the gloves, each guardian is able to focus the...
I want to learn how to use the crystal glove.
You? No. Only someone who serves the guardians may receive the... Until you've been sworn in, you will be forbidden to use the crystal glove.
Have you got any work?
I assume you're not offering to restructure our filing system, are you?
No.
Good. Gnomes could do it better than you anyway. But there's one thing you could do for me. The intensive study of magic often makes me hungry, and my palate demands delicacies from across the southern seas. If you find any specialities on your journeys, I'd be prepared to buy them from you.
And as for your... Would you like something special?
What kind of question? A gourmet like me always eats the most exquisite. An exquisite cheese, a delicious ham, or some dainty mussels. That is how I prefer. Top it off with an aromatic wine.
Any...
I heard that the demon hunters on Calidor serve a delicious... I also know of a pirate who's a master of brewing. I believe his name is As for the mussels, you'd best look on Antigua. And the cheese. Well, Zacharias, head of our...
I'll see what I can find.
Excellent. But don't even think of serving me something. I don't want to be sick.
Your stock of crystals must magically attract thieves.
Thieves? Imbecile. What sort of fool would try to... And just in case anyone gives it a try, I've posted a guard outside my chambers. I need not worry about my valuable.
If no one's going to steal from you, why not get rid of the guard outside your room?
Get rid of him? Me? It's a question of status. I've earned this luxury. I'm not some simple turnip farmer. Enough talk. My time is valuable, and because you have hogged so much of it for yourself, you are now going to get me a book from my chambers. Tell the guard you're acting on my orders. Bring me the book, Metaphysical Transcendence, and make it sometime today.
What do you...
Have a look at...
Can you tell me what the book was?
Metaphysical Transcendence. How hard can it be to remember that title?
Never mind.
I still have to make some calculations, starting the...
Well, well. Reason for your...
I want to become...
How noble. Only a few are capable of working intuitively with magic. If you want to be able to command magic, fulfill the tasks assigned. But let's get on with the procedure. I will document every bit of information could be important.
Well, if you say so. Can you tell me?
It's not the first time that their kind walks this earth. Something is driving them on. All I know for sure is that if they're not stopped, the existence of mankind hangs. But thanks to our reactor...
Why do you...
There has to be an institution of some sort in this time and age. If we lose that knowledge, just thinking of how much knowledge was lost during the conflict...
Aren't you worried that someone might...
No. There aren't many among the drunkards who can read. So our parchment won't be of interest to them. Losing the crystals would be the worst thing that could happen to us, mate. But we've taken precautions.
How are you going to stop?
The simplest means are also the most effective. Take me, for example. My valuables are always stored in my own chest. And because every single thief will search my body for the key, I have given it to the gnome Zakir. You see, it's a system that's completely safe.
How?
Your perspicacity... This question is indeed worth considering. I don't think that people back then could have created anything like our react. Maybe the demon hunters or the natives will be able to provide the answer.
Can you?
If you give me the necessary... I can't teach unless you're one of them.
Teach me something.
Let me see what you can already do.
Show me how to create single-use spells.
Fine. See.
Huh?
Oh, you not magic man. Busy see right away. Not always right sorted, but with time I get better. Without help of Gnu.
Do the me.
If Bussy's better at help magic man smiler.
I understand.
Yip yip, that's why work. Master Lumbrock.
It's
Homie sure?
very sure.
Nee.
Don't disturb me. I must concentrate. What's going on here?
Stop! Master Lumbrock's private quarters are not the place for you.
Is that so?
Yes, and my orders were extremely clear. Nobody is allowed to enter, and I'm...
Let me through.
Without good reason, no.
Master Lumbrock asked me to get a book.
Oh, he did he? Well, I happen to know the book's in his quarters. So tell me its title. Let's see if you're telling the truth.
Metaphysical transformation.
We don't have that book here, so move on. Stop.
Let me through.
Without...
Master Lumbrock.
Oh, he... So...
Metaphysical transcendence.
We do have that book. All right, you can pass. But remember, only that book, nothing else.
What you do here?
I still have...
wiry physique, distinct...
Sorry, not interested.
What? No, I didn't mean it like that. Allow me to introduce... It's in the nature of my profession.
What on earth?
An inquisitive... I combine the results of my research with my artisan. When you look through one of my oculars, your vision...
Can you...
will...
teach me how to improve...
Alrighty then.
Teach me how to improve...
Okay.
Teach me how to improve my...
Alrighty then.